So rarely do you get a real moment on TV and when nobody knows what's going on. This is the one that we could chop up a little bit. Jon Rahm, the golfer, after I think he shot a 64 to take a huge lead at the Memorial, which by the way pays $1.65 million to the winner. I have no idea this is that big of a tournament. As he's leaving the course after his 18th hole, an official of some type comes up and tells him he tested positive for COVID. And listen to Jim Nantz.
It was just spectacular to see. Tomorrow will be fun, folks. Again, 2:30 special start time tomorrow, live tomorrow. Jack, look forward to sharing it once again with you, the final round here on CBS.
Thank you, Jim.
What's going on here? Somebody just gave John some news.
So there's kind of how it went. Wow. He's being told, you can see if you look in the top left corner, the caddy waves him off really quick, but the cameraman is doing his job. There's breaking news happening on the course, and some people are like, well, the cameraman should not have shown that. If anything, don't you think the official should have pulled Jon Rahm maybe aside to where...
Oh, they handled this horribly.
Right.
They don't even let Jim Nantz and Nick Faldo know as the broadcast partners because we don't. He just had he has a newborn baby.
Rahm?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't. Like my thought was, oh my God, something's happened to his child.
Yeah, she did just have a baby. That's right.
Horrible what they did, and you got to pull him to the side.
There's thousands of people.
The cameraman doesn't know what's going on because the cameraman is working for CBS.
And he dropped down to his knees, like who knows how horrible what they told him.
Right.
And he's wiping his eye as he's walking away, like with tears.
Yeah, the CBS has a job to do. They got to report a story. They have to have the camera there.
And if they wanted any kind of privacy, that's not where you deliver the message.
Yeah, we talked about Jon Rahm prior to the show. We had a long discussion about that, and I felt bad for Jim Nantz and Nick Faldo because Jim, here's Jim. They're signing off with Jack Nicklaus. It's Jack's tournament, and they're ready for a big Sunday. Jon Rahm has a 6-shot lead, and you can tell that Jim and Nick Faldo they have no idea what Jon Rahm has just been told. Now he's got a 6-shot lead, Jack's tournament. And he is on the verge of making $1.6 million. Camera is right in his face, and we see him almost go down to his knees. And there's an official that comes out there and says something to him. Well, horrible job by the PGA. Embarrassing. You embarrassed Jon Rahm, you embarrassed Jim Nantz and Nick Faldo. And you hurt your product because you didn't let them know so they could let us know. I thought Jon Rahm had lost his baby because his reaction is it's something devastating just happened. He and his wife just had a baby. And I'm thinking, oh my God, how do you, whatever you just told him, do you have to do it as he walks off the 18th green? Can you have some dignity? Did he have to know right then? I mean, why not tell him as he's walking up 18? How embarrassing. Wait till he goes to the scorer's tent. Pull him aside. Have some dignity. Oh, we got to tell him right now. CBS is got the camera on him. They don't know what just happened. Their cameraman doesn't know what's just happened. He just knows that Jon Rahm reacted this way in real time. And he follows him. And then Jon Rahm's caddy eventually pushes the camera away. Well, the cameraman's just doing his job. He doesn't know what just happened to Jon Rahm. It's a news story now. But how do you not, if he tested positive, when did you find that out? Did you find out just then on the 18th when he made his putt? You have to let Jim Nantz know so he can let us know. So you did a disservice to Jon Rahm. You did a disservice to your broadcast partner. We can get into the discussion of should Jon Rahm have been vaccinated. I mean, that's the other part of the story. Should he have been allowed to play? You're with other golfers there. Chose not to get vaccinated. He knew this. He ran the risk. He knew the risk. And even though he's asymptomatic, he tested positive. Other golfers have tested positive and had to withdraw. You can't make an exception here for Jon Rahm. He knew what he was risking, and he got caught. But how you could possibly think we need to tell Jon Rahm right then? You can go to the scorer's tent. There's only a couple people in there. You can pull him aside. How do you let him go through the crowd? Like, is it about safety? I mean, the number of people who were there congratulating Jon Rahm as he's walking through the crowd. I just don't know what the PGA Tour was thinking, or that official. You needed to tell him right then? He's already DQ'd, so it doesn't matter if he signs his card or not. There's been 3 players in the past year who've been DQ'd for the same thing. I got to DQ Jon Rahm. I don't like it. You know, if he's the 51st player, nobody is talking about, but he was leading. But this, what a disservice. Really an embarrassment. And I understand why Nick Faldo was upset after, because their job is to be the eyes and ears. They're supposed to tell us what's going on. And when Jim didn't know, and I thought, oh my God, they're going to go off the air and we're not going to know. At 4:20 on Saturday, the test results came back. They let him finish his round, and then they told him right as he walked off 18. I don't know what the hurry was. I mean, why let him finish his round? He wasn't going to be able to continue to play. That was an embarrassment. It really was. And I feel bad for John. He was having a wonderful tournament. But if you said this is the reason why he's reacting the way he is, I feel a whole lot better, because I felt a whole lot worse. I thought it was something where he lost somebody, that somebody died. Yeah, Paul.
Do you think the PGA Tour considered at all letting him golf the next day without a caddy, alone, on his own? I know that'd be almost like an exemption, but from a safety standpoint,
nope, can't do it.
Is that the one sport, or maybe NASCAR? There's only a couple sports where you don't make physical contact with your playing mates, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, but there's part of the competition of playing with somebody that you want that person who's in second place wants to be able to put pressure on you. And if you go, hey, John, you'd get to go out there and play by yourself. It's an advantage for Jon Rahm. But no, you can't. You can't. Just because he's leading, you can't treat him any different than you did these other golfers who got DQ'd.